We're already so far into 2024, but it's never too late to show you guys what kind of gear I use. Welcome to What's in My Camera Bag 2024. So recently I actually switched from Canon to Sony. I was always Canon. I had the Canon T3i, I went to the Canon 77D, then I had the Canon RP. Not great cameras, but did the job. During the time of owning all this Canon gear, I was shooting weddings along with one of my buddies, and he was using Sony. One of the cameras we were using was the Sony a7 IV. I wanted to get more into video, and I knew the Sony a7 IV was a really good hybrid camera. Currently, that is what I'm filming on right now. The lens that I'm using is the Tamron 17 to 28mm. This lens is probably one of the best lenses I've ever used. It's amazing for the vlogs that I've started to do, and it's also amazing for photography when it comes to Airbnbs and shooting indoors. Oh yeah, it's a 2.8 f-stop. This is another lens I use. So this lens is a 35 to 150mm. The brand is actually a Samyang. I've always just had prime lenses. I've always just had the 28, the 50, the 85. Those are always the lenses I always used. And now that I'm using the 35 to 150 Samyang, it's a game changer. Like I said, I'm obsessed with the prime lenses, so I have the 50mm Sony lens. This is just a perfect little lens for portraits, whatever you gotta do, quick little lens to put on. It's a 1.8 f-stop. This is my ND filter. How do I do this? Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Honestly, I don't even use this too much. It's a very nice and handy thing just to have with you, just in case you need it, and just in case everything outside is just bright sunlight, like here in Australia. I got this. If you don't know what this is, it's probably because it's in a weird plastic bag. I just have some K&F basic step-up rings. I use these to make sure I can put my ND filter on all the lenses that I have. I got a drone. This is the DJI Mini 3 Pro. This is one of the best purchases I've ever made. It's very basic, but it does all the things you could ever want. It has so many cool features, like active tracking. It has optical avoidance. It's just a great drone to use. One of the reasons I bought this is because you can shoot vertical video. Without cropping my videos, I now have a vertical video that I can use for YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. Just from this guy. I have the controller as well for it. I had to get the one that had the really big screen, and it's great. I wouldn't change this controller for anything because even in bright sunlight, you can just clearly see the screen still. I keep a little organizer in my bag as well that keeps all the little knickknacks and stuff. So I have just a couple little extra batteries in here. I have some microphones so I can connect this. If I want this not showing as much, I can put it in my pocket and run this through my shirt and just have it up here. In here, I carry business cards. I know it's an old thing to do. I don't think too many people are like, hey, let me see your business card. Most people just ask, hey, what's your Instagram? I also keep my mics in that little carrying case. One little side thing I keep in there is just a battery pack. So just in case your phone's dying, something like that, it's nice to have just on you. I always try to keep this charged up, and then once I know it's fully charged, I throw it in my bag, and if I do use it, I end up throwing it on charge again. Typically, I keep my iPad in my camera bag as well. I was at first using this iPad to edit on the go. Now that I have a laptop, I'm probably gonna just use that. This iPad is probably just gonna end up being used for watching movies on airplanes. But if I'm not traveling around, this iPad just pretty much lives here on my desk. One more thing that hasn't actually gone into my camera bag yet, but it will when I start doing a lot more traveling, is my laptop. One thing I forgot to mention is my tripod my camera is sitting on right now. I don't typically use my tripod very much, but when I do travel around, I do bring it all the time. If you're doing a lot of solo traveling, I highly recommend bringing a tripod with you because it's one of those things that you'll end up needing a lot more than you think. Thank you guys so much for watching yet another video. I'm very interested to see how this video specifically does because it's all about photography and my photography gear. Please let me know if you guys are interested in this type of video because I would love to give more photography tips and stuff like that if you guys are interested. Could you click that subscribe button down below? I think that would be pretty cool. Thanks.